Good evening, folks. Don Tyson, Kim Kroll coming to you from Cache, Oklahoma. Class A boys, Area 3 championship game. Number 1 ranked Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs taking on the 11th ranked Snyder Cyclones. Probably one of the, what I would consider to be one of the most exciting and important games of the season, Kim, in the area final. When you win the game, you get to go to the state tournament.
You're right. It's one of those things that there's something hanging out there for the victory tonight. You know, the other games you're just trying to get somewhere and move on, but tonight you win, you get to go to the state tournament.
Yeah.
You're right. That's the goal of everybody is to get there. You know, I was thinking that all these games you play when you start out in the playoffs, like Fort Cobb, you got to win 7 games to win the gold ball, but you can't play that 7 games that first night.
Yep.
You know, you've got to play that first one, and all you got to do is score 1 more point than your opponent. And you win that in advance. And then the next night you have to do the same thing. So, I mean, it's just a survive and advance thing. You can't look too far down the road.
Right.
But this game, you're right, is a huge one. And I've seen a lot of times where people lose this game and they're so down that they don't come back up to play well tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And you're getting a team tomorrow night, your opponent's going to be somebody that's been winning.
Sky high, yeah.
So
that's exactly right.
It's a big game. And yeah, we're a little limited on attendance, and this would have been a big crowd for the Friday night area games.
Yeah, you're right. It's a shame. We were talking about that a while ago before we came on the air that this game you wouldn't be able to hardly get in and find a seat on a regular season without COVID. But due to the protocols, only letting in 200 per school, I guess. They passed out tickets for each school had 200.
I think that's right.
And
they've got every other row blocked off, and encourage you to distance yourself between them. So they're doing the best they can.
Yeah, it's going to be a good crowd. It's going to be loud. Both teams' fans fired up, obviously, and it's interesting. I was talking we were talking to a lady a while ago who was talking about the tickets, how she could have sold some.
That's probably
scalped them, I guess, to get in here tonight.
Yeah, I never heard much scalping in high school basketball here in Oklahoma, but it may come to that.
Of course, might pass along the score from this afternoon. The area consolation side of the bracket, the Canute Trojans defeated Caddo today, 39-37, right at the end of the ball game, and so the loser of this contest will have to play Canute tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And Fort Cobb certainly hope they would like to beat Snyder tonight, because the 2 Canute games so far this year have been right down nip and tuck. Last one was in overtime. So Canute's got a good ball club.
They do, and it's a pretty well even matchup for them. The girls' game before this one here tonight, Visay beat Caddo 50-43. So congratulations to Visay. They've moved on to the state tournament.
Let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get you set up for this Class A area championship game. You're listening to Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs on FCBMustangs.tv.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305. Member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt.
Welcome back to Cache, Oklahoma, folks. Get you set up for tonight's ball game. Send it over to Kim Kroll. He's going to tell us how both these teams arrived to this ball game today.
All right, thanks, Don. Let's look at how Fort Cobb got here. Fort Cobb played their district at Fort Cobb, and they played Sterling in the district finals and defeated them 62-26. They moved into the first round of regional at Navajo, where they defeated Cheyenne 58-32. And then the finals of the regional, Tuesday night, was at Burns Flat, and they defeated Canute 66-56 in overtime. So that gets them to tonight's game. And it's been a strange week because last week's regional, instead of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, was moved to Saturday, Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
And so it seemed like we just did this, and yeah, we did Tuesday night. So it's a quick turnaround. For Snyder, they played their district at Geronimo, and district finals was against Geronimo, and they defeated them 59-34. First round of regional for Snyder was at Ellick, and they defeated Ellick 69-35. They play on their opponent's home court all the time, Don.
Yeah.
And then their regional final game, also at Ellick, they defeated Caddo 50-46. And that was a good ball game there because Caddo's had a good record and been a stout team all year. So Snyder's been playing well, and that gets him to tonight's game against Fort Cobb. Snyder is ranked number 11. Their record is 17-2. So they've got a good ball club, and they've had a good year so far.
I think they are vastly underrated, Kim, what I understand. They play in 2A a lot, 2A classification, and they're down in A this year. And I was talking to a former coach who kind of knows some things, and I asked him why Snyder was ranked so low, and he said, well, probably because they usually play in 2A, and a lot of the Class A coaches really didn't know a lot about them. But a common opponent that them and Fort Cobb had was Surreal. Surreal's got an awfully good ball club in Class B. Surreal defeated Fort Cobb 59-46 in the Caddo County tournament. Meanwhile, Snyder defeated Surreal 2 times, 54-47 and 66-51. So the Snyder Cyclones are a quality ball club. This will be a tough challenge for the number 1 team tonight, I promise you.
Yeah, it will. It's been a strange year for everybody. Both of them have missed several games. I think, I don't know how many for sure Snyder missed, but they missed some early. And then Fort Cobb's missed several games throughout the year. So hopefully everybody's ready and strong and healthy and ready to go at it tonight.
I bet you're right. I believe the Snyder Cyclones will be the winner, or be on the visitors' side of the scoreboard. Snyder Cyclones starters are a senior, number 4, Lance Carter, a senior, number 11, Ryan Kelly, who is an outstanding three-point shooter, can do it all for the Cyclones, a junior, number 12, Kyson Lyle, a senior, number 22, Ethan Howell, and a sophomore, number 23, Turtle Anderson. The Cyclones are coached by Mr. Fletcher Reed. And as Kim mentioned, they come into the game with a record of 17 wins and 2 losses, ranked number 11. For the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, they start a sophomore, number 2, Jackson Willits, a junior, number 11, Drew Woods, a senior, number 12, Tyson Eastwood, a senior, number 24, Kyler Denton, and a senior, number 31, Rocky Mountain. The Mustangs are coached by Mr. Scott Hines, and they come into this game ranked number 1, as I said, with a record of 14 wins and 1 loss. The Cyclones' 2 losses were to number 4 ranked Arapahoe Butler, 40-34, and they also lost to the Mangum Tigers by 1, 57-56. Both teams have taken the floor. We're about set to go. The Cyclones in their road orange uniforms, white numerals trimmed in black. The Mustangs in the home whites, blue numerals trimmed in red.
One change we've made from regional to area is we have 3 officials tonight.
Yep. Mr. Darrell Teal will be officiating tonight. He'll be tossing the ball up in the center circle. Giving some final instructions here. It'll be Tyson Eastwood. Well, they're going to go back to their, I'm not sure what the delay is here.
Well, we don't have the 3rd official out yet. There he comes.
There he comes.
He was out here a little bit ago. So.
Well, that's a good reason to hold up here, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Jumping center for the Cyclones will be number 4. That's Lance Carter against Tyson Eastwood. Everybody's ready. The crowd's set. And the ball is controlled by the Cyclones. Into the front court's Ryan Kelly. And the Mustangs come out in a man-to-man defense with Woods drawing the assignment of defending Kelly. They try to get him open. He can shoot it from anywhere, even when he's closely guarded. Got to really watch it. There's a long three-pointer straight away. No good. Eastwood with the rebound. Cyclones come out in a man-to-man defense as well. Drew Woods, top of the key, right side to Denton, down low to Eastwood. And his shot is blocked, but he's going to be fouled. And the foul is going to be charged to number 12. That will be Kyson Lyle. And Eastwood will be at the line to shoot 2. First one's good by Tyson. Tyson made a lot of free throws over there at Burns Flat Tuesday night. He made about 10 or 11 in a row, and he continues that streak as makes the first 2, and the Mustangs on top 2-0. Into the front court quickly is Ryan Kelly. Behind the back dribble. Woods stuck on him pretty good. There's a drive. High arcing shot, no good. Rocky Mountain with the rebound. Into the front court. Willits along the baseline, likes to drive. Tried to get it over to Denton. And it's pass knocked away, or wasn't knocked away. I think Denton thought it might have been tapped, but it went by him and out of bounds. So
yeah, he kind of pulled back on it like it had been tipped, but I guess it wasn't. So.
Difficult angle there along the baseline to try to pass, as there was a defender between he and Denton.
Yeah, it would have been behind the backboard kind of. It was real deep.
Drive in the paint, little running 8-footer's good. Ethan Howell with the first basket for the Cyclones. And we're tied at 2. Woods picked up by Ryan Kelly to Willits. Round to Denton, who's an outstanding three-point shooter as well. Tyson Eastwood, 16-footer straight away. Good.
That's a good sign. He's had a kind of been in a shooting slump the last 2 ball games, so hopefully that'll get him off to a good start.
He's got all 4 points for the Mustangs so far. There's a long three-pointer, no good. Tyson Eastwood with a rebound. Yeah, you're right about that, Kim. The last 2 ball games, Eastwood's really struggled from the field. He is one of the outstanding players in Class A. Night in, night out. Cyclones doing a good job on defense. Bounce pass in the corner to Denton. Trying to get around a defender. Hands it out to Eastwood. Wiggles his way through the paint. Little 6-foot runner won't go. Ball loose. Rocky Mountain 14-footer rattles out. Rebound Snyder. Halfway down and popped out. Ryan Kelly on the handle out front. Outstanding senior for the Cyclones. Dumps the pass over and it's taken away by Jackson Willits. Racing it all the way down the floor and a lot of contact. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Lots of contact on that for no whistle.
They say it was Alf Snyder. And he'll stay with the Mustangs. Looked like he was really trying to draw a foul instead of shooting the layup there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Into Denton. Skip pass over to Willits. Rocky Mountain, right wing 3 on the way. Too hard. Willits along the baseline with the rebound. And it's poked away by Snyder. With 5:09 to play opening period. Mustangs on top 4-2. Pass into Willits. Drew Woods on the handle out front. In the corner. Willits, three-pointer, no good. Rocky Mountain High for the rebound. Shot rejected by Lance Carter. Great defense by Snyder that time. Looked like it was going to be an easy one for Mountain. Little 6-foot runner's good by Ryan Kelly. And we're tied at 4.
You know, Woods is doing a good job on Kelly. He's dogging him all over the court, but he got loose from him a little bit there and that's a tough runner. That 8-10-footer on the move.
And he takes the ball away from Woods. All the way down, left-handed or right-handed layup's good. And the Cyclones on top, 6-4. As Kelly picked his pocket out front. He plays well on both ends of the floor. Now Eastwood's going to run the prompt point. Now Willits will try the point for the Mustangs.
Tell you what, Snyder.
And there's the ball poked away by Ethan Howe. And the layup is no good. Tyson Eastwood there for the rebound. As the ball just a little too hard off the backboard. Tough luck that time by Ethan Howe. You know, I saw some video of Snyder earlier in the week, and he did that quite a few times, able to poke the ball away from a player. There's another steal by him. 2-on-2, kicks it down the middle of the lane to Lance Carter, and he lays it in for 2. And the Cyclones have gone on a 6-0 run here.
Yeah, and their defense has caused all of that. They're getting their points off of it. Really an aggressive man-to-man, and they're tipping the passes and getting in the lanes. They've been doing a really good job.
Yeah, they are. In the corner, Mountain, baseline Trey on the way, no good. Rebound controlled by Ethan Howe. Yeah, the Cyclones have really gotten aggressive on the defensive end, crawling up on their long three-pointer good by Ryan Kelly. And he's got 7 points so far, and it's going to be a timeout Mustangs as Coach Hines wants to try to stem the tide here as the Snyder has taken an 11-4 lead. You're listening to FCBMustangs.tv.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
I barely hear myself.
I know, me too. The Cyclones have gone on a 9-0 run here to take an 11-4 lead with 3:04 to play opening period, as they've done it on both ends, Kim, as you said.
Yeah, Snyder shot about 3 layups and a couple in the lane, and Fort Cobb had to put up a couple of long three-pointers, and they really haven't got a good shot yet.
Nope. Well, the Cyclone defense has been pretty smothering so far. Created 2 or 3 turnovers. Ian Taylor has checked in there's Eastwood. Out to Denton, right wing 3 on the way. Good. Kyler Denton with a big basket. Kind of stemmed the tide for his first tray. Let's see who Taylor come in for. Woods, I guess, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Into the front court is Kelly. Taylor on him. 15-foot pull-up jumper. No good. Too hard off the back iron. And we're going to have a foul on Snyder, I believe. It's going to be charged to Turtle Anderson. That'll be his first personal.
In all the games we've done, I don't think we've ever done one with a turtle, Don.
No, I believe he's the first.
Unique name.
We got a Turtle and a Rocky Mountain playing in the game today.
Yep.
There's a travel on Ian Taylor as he picked up his dribble. And it's turned over to Snyder. Into the front court is Kelly. Kicks it left side at Anderson. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Willits with the rebound. Both these teams like to shoot three-pointers. There's Mountain, another 3 on the way, is blocked. And it's saved because that goes out of bounds as Snyder, that was Turtle Anderson. I know one thing, Turtle can jump.
Yep, Snyder's an athletic team. They're not real big, but they really move well. They're quick and they jump well.
Yeah, they do. Eastwood lobs it out front to Willits. Eastwood pull up 6-footer off the glass, won't go. Taps it out, and we're going to have a foul on the Cyclones. It's going to be charged to
Turtle Anderson picks up his second foul.
He was contesting Eastwood for the rebound, and he's going to be replaced by Kevin Bridgewater, a senior. I'd say Bridgewater's 6'5". I saw him before the game down there warming up. He's a big fella.
Yeah, he's certainly the biggest one on the team.
Yeah. Bobs it out front to Denton. The Willits thought about a three, and then they close out on him. I tell you, Snyder does a good job defending. There's a long three by Denton. No good this time. Ball tapped around. Picked up by the Cyclones. Into the front court is Kelly. Kicks it in the corner. Now along the baseline, they say travel. 1:39 to play in the first period.
You know, Kelly's pretty good. He tries to penetrate, and when they shut him off, he kicks off those open ones. So it's not just, you know, he's going to shoot everything, but he does a good job drawing the defender and then kicking it off.
Excellent ball handler. Really quick on his feet. Just hard to guard. There's Willis, drives long to the baseline, picks up his dribble to Taylor. In the corner to Mountain. Bounce pass Eastwood, right of the lane. 14-foot jumper, good. Tyson Eastwood. That's his patented jump shot right there. And the Mustangs have scored 5 straight to cut it to 2. Left side, three-pointer on the way, good. That's Lance Carter for his 5th point of the day. They lob it into Eastwood, now into the front court with a minute to play. Cross-court pass, Mountain. Three-pointer, no good. Eastwood with a rebound. He'll try a long three, no good. Rebound controlled by Kyson Lyle. Pass down low to Bridgewater. Three-pointer on the way by Carter. Lance Carter's hit 2 in a row. 8-point lead for the Cyclones, 17-9. With 30 seconds to play opening period. Coach Hines signaling Eastwood we're going to play for 1 shot here. Been a game of runs so far. Cyclones went on a 9-0 run. The Mustangs answered with a 5-0 run, and now Snyder's answered right back with 2 trays. Eastwood, 14-foot runner, short. Snyder with a rebound. That shot at the buzzer is no good. After 1 period, Snyder 17, Fort Cobb Broxton 9. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on FCBMustangs.tv.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Kim, what was the shooting percentages in the first period?
Well, Fort Cobb was 3 out of 15 for 20%. They were 2 out of 7 on 2-pointers and 1 of 8 3-pointers. Snyder's shooting 54%, 7 out of 13, 3 out of 6 on 3-pointers, 4 of 7 on 2s. So when you're shooting 20%, you're getting up shots, but you're going to have to pick that percentage up a whole lot to get back in it here.
Yep. All right, it'll be the Mustangs ball as we start the second period. We've got Taylor, Willits, Mountain, Denton, and Eastwood for the Mustangs. As Ian Taylor hands it off to Willits. There's Eastwood cutting along the back baseline, and he lost it out of bounds under heavy pressure. Tell you, the Cyclones play good defense. They swarm you.
Yeah, Eastwood tried to backdoor him a little bit, but there's just too much traffic for him to get the ball cleanly to him.
Kelly dribbles to his right. Back off to Lance Carter, now back to Kelly. Dribbles into paint, 14-footers, blocked by Taylor. Good defense that time by Ian, but the Cyclones get it right back. Carter dribbles into paint, dumps it down low to Bridgewater. Now back to Carter. Three-pointer off, good.
Two.
A two-pointer, they say, is just inside the line. Lance Carter, that's 3 baskets in a row for him, and it's 19-9 for the Cyclones' biggest lead of the game. Taylor out front, down to Denton. Lost the handle on it, picked up by Snyder. Three-pointer, Kelly on the way, right side, no good this time. Rocky Mountain with a rebound. Eastwood into the front court. Mustangs need a basket. Behind the back dribble. Good defense that time by Kyson Lyle, doing a good job on Eastwood.
Yeah, they extend their defense too. They're not playing inside that three-point line. They're pushing them all the way out. There's a contested pass that goes out of bounds off Eastwood's hands.
Yeah, every pass is contested. They're just defending each Mustang really close. They're just right on them real tight, and it's hard to move like that.
Yeah. You know, and Eastwood's roles change. You know, he used to be more of a pure point guard. He would drive, and now a lot against a lot of man-to-mans, they post him up down low.
Yeah. Now they're just having a difficult time getting it anywhere. Rocky Mountain, good defense, takes it away, but Kelly gets it right back. And there's a three-pointer on the way, good by Lance Carter. That's 3 for him. Now full court pressure by the Cyclones. They're kind of smelling blood, I think, Kim, with this pressure a little bit. 22-9 now. Denton, he walked. Pull up jumper, but he walked before he could get the shot away. And right now it's all Snyder. Both ends of the floor. Kelly going against Woods, who checked in for Taylor. And that was a travel right there on Ethan Howell as he kind of stumbled as he caught the pass.
Yes, right now the game is Snyder's defense.
Yep.
It's smothering, and Fort Cobb hadn't come up with an answer to it yet.
You know, you don't often see a Mustang team just basically struggle to maintain possession of the ball.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
Every dribble is contested, and every pass is contested.
Three-pointer by Mountain's no good, and the more you miss, the harder it is to make. Here comes Snyder now on the attack. Shot is good by Ethan Howell. He got around his defender. And it's a 24-9 game as they've scored 7 straight here to start the second period. And Coach Hines is going to take a full timeout. We'll be back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Mustang Basketball.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
If I'm not mistaken, Kim, the Cyclones are on a 13-0 run. Pretty sure it's 11-9, I believe, the last time.
Yeah, and Fort Cobb hadn't scored in a long time.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're down 15 right now, but, Don, there are no 15-point shots out there. They're just going to have to do it a little at a time and work their way back into it. Luckily, it's still early in the game, 5.5 left in the second quarter. But they're going to have to get a little spark of offense somewhere. Their offensive game is really struggling.
Well, the Cyclones have done a good job clamping down on Eastwood and Denton, their 2 main scorers, and the other guys have had some fairly open looks, not able to knock any of them down yet.
They've extended their defense at about 30 feet, so there's no openings anywhere.
Right. Mountain will try a left wing 3, no good this time, too hard. Snyder with a rebound. That's another thing to do. They rebound awfully well. 16-footer. It's good by Ethan Howell. I tell you, they all shoot the ball well.
You know that both teams are shooting about 50%. Fort Cobb 0 and Snyder's 100. So
yeah, and there's another turnover. It's just that you don't see this type of swarming defense every night of the season, that's for sure. As Jake Biddy will check in, replacing Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, their defense is really impressive, but I guess if you're Snyder, it is.
Yeah.
And Fort Cobb is tough.
Now Kelly with the ball. Right side, three-pointer on the way. Good by Ethan Howell. That's 9 for Howell, and it's a 29-9 ball game. And I'm going to tell you,
it's ridiculous how well they're shooting it.
The Cyclones look.
Everything they're putting up, it just is all net.
Eastwood, little 6-foot runner over defender, won't go. Cross-court pass. Now out front, straightaway three on the way. No good. Newsflash, they missed one, Kim.
Yep, they did. Well, he's already got 13 points, so he needed to miss one. That was Carter.
Yeah. Halfway through the second period. Mustangs have yet to score here in the second. Down by 20. Right side Woods. Right wing three on the way, too hard. Battle for the rebound. Denton comes away with it. Biddy, wide open, passed up a shot over to Denton. Right wing three, good. Kyler Denton with his second tray of the day. First time the Mustangs have scored here in quite some time. There's Kelly trying to drive around Willits. Over to Kyson Lyle, three-pointer good. First basket for Lyle, it's a three-pointer.
And they're hotter than fish grease right now. It's just everything they're putting up is going down.
That's six three-pointers so far by the Cyclones here in the first half, and it's a 20-point lead. Eastwood, 15-footer, good. Tyson Eastwood with a nice jumper from the free throw line. Going to take a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, they need to get some defensive stops, though. That means Snyder scored just almost every trip
that will.
court.
Yeah, that's right. In the corner, back out to Ethan Howell. This time it's no good. Biddy with the rebound, gets it off to Eastwood. And Tyson will jog it down the left side of the lane. Little 6-footer, rolled across the rim and out. And Snyder pushes the floor. They push the pace, too. That's the other thing. Going to have a foul from behind. They say Willits poked him from behind, I think, and it caused a turnover.
They got Jake Biddy, I believe.
Biddy, okay. And that'll be the first foul on the Mustangs. And so Snyder will inbound. There's Kelly, 14-footer, good. That's automatic. Ryan Kelly, that's 9 for him so far. Up ahead to Denton. To Biddy. Thought about shooting the three. Instead he gets it to Denton, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Ethan Howell. You know, Howell has quite a knack for reaching in and poking the ball away. I saw him do it 2 or 3 times today, and I saw some video, as I mentioned earlier. He's very good at it.
You know, Fort Cobb's team, Eastwood's really the one that can create his own shot. The others are kind of a catch and shoot.
Yeah, right. Denton got loose, lays it in, and one. A good pass that time from Biddy down to Denton, and he was able to get the ball in the basket and pick up the foul.
Yeah, the pass led him just right. Yep. Going to the basket, he just had to take one quick dribble and bounce it off the board.
That's 8 for Kyler.
There's Kelly's first foul.
And there's 2:07 to play in the half, and Denton converts the three-point play. 17-point lead for the Cyclones. They've led by as many as 20 on 2 or 3 occasions. Out front's Kelly. Between the legs dribble, Biddy on him. Trying to get by him, now they double him. And Woods takes it away from him. Pretty good defense that time by Biddy and Woods. Able to take it away. There's a no-look pass to Willits, and it's rejected. That'll fire a crowd up right there.
You know, a block in high school gets everybody up and at them, it seems like, and that was a good, clean block.
Yeah, looked like it was going to be an easy 2.
Yeah, and when you knock it out of bounds on the block, it even gets it more so.
Oh, yeah. Mustangs inbound to Biddy. There's no easy baskets. I'm sorry.
Yep. Simeon Collins in the game.
Okay. And there's going to be a foul charge to Kyson Lyle.
Yeah, his second.
And that's a 16 foul on Snyder. And checking in will be number 15. That's Jackson Roebuck. And we're going to have a stoppage for something. I'm not sure what. A little discussion at the score table.
Maybe they don't have him on the book.
Calls official Darrell Teal over to examine the book. Maybe now he's going to look at Fort Cobb's book. It'll be Fort Cobb's ball inbounds whenever they get it sorted out. I hope it's not a clerical error. You know, that's
yeah.
Somebody
you can
overlooks
see those
a name
come
or
up on
something.
anything. I don't know what they'll. They're. I guess he wasn't on the official book. He's checking Fort Cobb's book to see if they had it. I don't know who, if they're looking at 15 that's fixing to come in the game, Jackson Roebuck, or
yeah.
I mean, we just can't tell. We're too far away and can't read lips.
I saw official Eddie Fry today.
Yeah.
And he was telling me he called the game a week or two ago that there was a team from Oklahoma City. One of their players had jersey number 8.
Oh yeah, don't think you can do that.
No, that's what Eddie said. They said he can't play unless he changes jersey with somebody. They didn't do that, so he didn't play.
Why would you have that anyway?
He said, I don't have enough fingers.
That rule doesn't just come into play now. It's been that way for high school forever.
Yeah, I think they allow that in the NBA maybe, but not in high school or college. Now we're having a discussion with the official score, and I think you're probably right. There was somebody wasn't written in the book. And it appears that Mr. Hines is a little kind of the forceful argument here for some reason. And it's getting more forceful as we go here. Snyder fans getting a little anxious.
Well, the official scorer is writing numbers off or from the Fort Cobb book. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's interesting that the Snyder coach is not involved in a discussion with a scorebook issue. I just don't know. I've never really seen it take this long, Kim, to decide a.
I haven't either. It's like they're changing a whole bunch of books. I mean, a whole bunch of numbers.
Coach Hines is pretty upset, we can see.
Don't think you can add players after the game or numbers or anything like that. So we're just guessing because
we have no idea. And even when it's over, we won't know what happened. Darrell Teal is maybe needs to pick up the PA microphone and explain to all of us what's taking place here. I don't have anything else to say.
No, I guess they've got it corrected. We're getting ready to.
It's going to be Fort Cobb's ball. I guess nothing's changed. Be interesting to see after the game what this is all about. Something tells me it's probably not going to have much to do about the outcome of the ball game one way or the other. And let's see. Darrell Teal is pointing the other way, so apparently Fort Cobb has been penalized for something. The technical foul apparently, because Snyder is going to walk to the floor and they're going to shoot technical fouls apparently. 2 shots, he says. Ryan Kelly will be at the line for the Cyclones, and his free throw is good. That's 10 for Kelly, and make it 11. 36-17, that's a pretty big turnover right there. The Mustangs had the ball along the baseline, and not only do they lose a possession, they give 2 free throws and they give up the ball.
Yeah, and the worst thing is we don't have a clue why.
Yeah, I don't. Had something to do with the scorebook, apparently. Interesting.
Well, it's 36-17.
That's where we are now, and Snyder has the ball with 1:26 to play in the half, and looks like they're going to play for one shot, apparently. Stationary dribble out front. The Mustangs are going to come out now and try to pressure them a little bit. They like to go to a trap when they do this. We'll see what they do here. It is a 1-3-1 trap. We'll see how Snyder handles this. Mustangs are very good at it. Usually they have Rocky Mountain out there at the top of the point with those long arms to deflect some passes. Now, Biddy is handling that job. Doing a pretty good job pressuring, but so far not anywhere near a turnover.
No, but Snyder's not trying to get to the basket either. They're content to just work it out at the half line.
Playing keep away out front.
Yep.
And they've got it. Eastwood pokes it away. They're tiptoeing on the sideline, and he saves it in to Carter. And near travel there, but they get it to Bridgewater. There's Bridgewater along the baseline. Gets it out front. 10 seconds to play now. Howell handling on the right side. Dumps it down low to Bridgewater underneath the basket, and he lost it. And Kyler Denton picks up a foul. And that'll be the fourth team foul on the Mustangs. First on Denton. With 2.7 seconds to play. I wouldn't be surprised if he wouldn't lob it into Bridgewater again. They get it to him. Now back to Kelly. Left wing three on the way, no good. Your halftime score. Snyder Cyclones 36. Cobb Broxton Mustangs 17. Kim, and what was quite a half of basketball for if you're a Cyclone fan. They look really looked like a good ball club in that first half.
Yeah, they did. They went on a streak there where they made all their shots seem like every time, and they got several steals. Their defense has still been the story, though. It's just been an outstanding defensive effort on their part. And we'll look at the numbers here. I mean, Fort Cobb shooting 25%, Snyder shooting 56%. So just about an equal number of shots. So
what was that again?
Fort Cobb shooting 25%,
okay.
Snyder shooting 56.
56, yeah.
And they put up an equal number of shots.
Okay,
so
all right.
That's why we have such a discrepancy.
Yeah, let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have your halftime.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305. Member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier, best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Welcome back to Cache, Oklahoma. Snyder Cyclones lead at 36-17. We'll turn it over to Kim Kroll for our halftime report. Kim?
All right, thanks, Don. For Fort Cobb Broxton scoring, Tyson Eastwood has 8 points, Kyler Denton with 9. That didn't take very long.
They're the only 2 that scored for the Mustangs.
Yeah, they're 6 out of 24. Team shooting 25%, 4 out of 12 on 2-pointers, 2 out of 12 on 3-pointers, and 3 out of 3 on free throws. And they have 3 team fouls, or 2 team fouls and the technical. For Snyder, Lance Carter has 13, Ryan Kelly has 11, Kyson Lyle with 3, Ethan Howe with 9. They're shooting 14 out of 25 from the floor, 56%. 2-pointers are 8 out of 12, 3-pointers are 6 out of 13, and 2 out of 2 free throws. They have 16 fouls. Lyle and Anderson have 2 each. But Don, the best we can figure out is Fort Cobb had a player go on the floor, and it must not have been in the official scorebook. I think it was in Fort Cobb's book, but evidently it wasn't in the official scorekeeper's book, and so that's a technical foul on the team, and so Snyder shot the 2 free throws and then got the ball. So, that was the damage there. They just took a possession away from Fort Cobb, and they held it for the last shot after that. So it was 34-17 when that happened, and they made both free throws for 36-17, and then they just ran the clock out for the last minute and a half. So anyways, tough first half for Fort Cobb. Tough shooting, but it's mainly due to Snyder's pressure defense. They've been really impressive the way they played defense. They pressured it way out, probably about 30 feet from the basket, and they've contested every pass and every dribble. And then on the other end, they've just shot lights out. I mean, it shows 56%, but they went on a streak there. They were probably 9 out of 10. I think they had an 18-0 run in there, build up their biggest lead at 20 points. So
what do you do if you're Fort Cobb to get back in it?
Well, you've got to get some offense some way, whether that's, if you speed up your game a little bit. Like they've shot 12 3-pointers, they're 2 out of 12, but you almost need to try to take it inside, but Snyder's denying that. So hopefully you just, work and try to get some good shots. Don't force anything. Like we talked earlier, there's a 19-point lead. You can't score 19 in a possession. So you've got to just chip away. If they can get it back to, say, 10 points by the end of the quarter, something they can work with. But they've got to knock the 19-point lead down and make some progress on it anyway.
Yeah, you're right about that. Trying to get the ball inside, and a lot of times Fort Cobb does that with Denton and Eastwood, especially Eastwood. But so far when they've tried, it looks like they've had easy shots, and somebody comes from nowhere and swats it away, and that's pretty demoralizing whenever you.
And Fort Cobb's not playing bad defense.
No.
Snyder's just been. They get those open threes, and they're made 6 3-pointers, 6 out of 13, which is a good percentage for threes. But they've just been shooting well, and they've been tough buckets, but they just had a good first half. And
hard to do much on offense when you only have 2 of your 5 players scoring. That's
they got to get some help.
Yeah, they got to get some
spread it
more
around
balance
and get some
some
more scoring from everybody.
If they can really put the clamps on the 2 scorers, if the others not able to make a basket every once in a while.
Rocky Mountain had some open looks, but he's 0 for 8 from the field, and so you got to knock down some of those shots. You got to find somebody that can get you some points.
All right, let's take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll have second half action. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on FCBMustangs.tv.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Back in Cache, Oklahoma, Don Tyson and Kim Crowell with you. Class A Area Championship. So far, it really hadn't lived up to the billing, Kim, of a tight ball game, but the Snyder Cyclones look, they've lived up to their side of the bargain, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Snyder studied the rankings.
No,
before the
no.
game.
Yeah, they got a good ball club. They're
well, yeah, they have
way underranked. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with only 2 losses for the year, they've and then they've beaten some really good teams handily. So they've got a good club, but they really showed it that first half.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if Fort Cobb can change it up here a little in the second half. I've seen them come from behind before, and you know, they've got a championship pedigree, and I know they've got an outstanding coach over there calling plays for them, and so anyway, they're not going to give up, I can tell you right now.
No, they've just got to make some shots, and like I said, their defense has been okay. Snyder's made tough buckets and made a lot of them, but Fort Cobb's just got to score some points. I mean, 17 points is, you know, that's not good by any stretch of the imagination.
That's right. As the clock winds down to 0, the Mustangs, let's see, it'll be Snyder's basketball to start the second half with that 19-point lead, 36-17. Yeah, these guys, they just, they look so calm with the ball in there. They all look so at ease with the basketball. They're not any of them.
And none of them are afraid to shoot. It's a well-balanced team. They've all been shooting the ball. I mean, their scoring is 13, 11, 3, and 9.
Yeah.
So they've spread it out a little bit. But Snyder's got the ball to start here.
And the Mustangs going to go to a zone defense here, it appears. 2-1-2 zone. Don't see them play that very often. There's a long three-pointer straight away by Carter, no good. So the Mustangs are going to try to make them shoot the 3, apparently, from outside, see if they can start missing a few. Eastwood now on the handle, behind the back dribble. And the Cyclones come out to double him. They pass it over to Rocky Mountain. Now to Willits, down to Eastwood. Once again, they come over to double team him. And ball poked away underneath the basket, picks it up, shot off the glass, a good for Tyson. Good start for Fort Cobb here as we start the third period.
I think we're probably going to see quite a bit of that as him trying to work the ball in there because, like I said, he's the one that can create his own shot.
Got to get it to the scorer, that's right. Now let's see what the Cyclones do against this zone defense. I'm sure they probably didn't expect to see a zone from the Mustangs. As normally they'll play straight man or that 1-3-1 trap.
Well, the downside is they don't have to do a lot with a 17-point lead.
Oh yeah, you can just be real patient. There's a three-pointer, no good, and the ball is out of bounds along the baseline. So they're 0 for 2 to start here in the third period.
Maybe it's that back goal on that end or something.
Maybe so. Maybe it looks a little dark down there to me. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Woods into the front court, guarded by Kelly. Gets a screen, picks up his dribble out front to Eastwood. Cross court to Mountain. Left wing 3, good. Rocky Mountain with his first basket. And that's 5 straight points for the Mustangs to start the third period. And they've cut the lead to 14, 36-22. Out front is Kelly. pardon me, that's Ethan Howell over to Kelly. Back to Howell, left side, now along the baseline. They drop it down along the baseline. Denton and Mountain doing a good job covering that up. And there's a travel.
You know, it certainly slowed down Snyder's offense.
Yep.
I mean, they're working around and not nearly as aggressive getting to the basket, which they can't. So it may work, but like I said, they don't have to be in any hurry.
Right. Well, like you said, if you can get within 10, you know, then you start believing if you can get it close.
Right.
You know. Woods into the front court over to Eastwood, loses his defender, into the paint, weaves through traffic, shot no good.
Had a good opportunity there, kind of off balance when he got inside.
Ball loose on the floor. They altered his shot a little bit. He had to alter his shot because of the defense right at the rim, but nevertheless, one he usually makes. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Kelly. Seems like Snyder gets all the loose balls in this ball game so far.
Yeah, had a good chance to get that one, and they just took it back away from Woods.
Yeah, you're right there. Their offense has really changed here against this zone. They're not near as aggressive. There's a three-pointer on the way by Anderson, no good. Eastwood with the rebound. Racing it into the front court. Gets by his defender all the way to the rim, and he's going to be fouled on the shot. And so, good play by Eastwood. As he got the rebound, took it coast to coast. Now he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Ryan Kelly picks up his second foul.
Eastwood misses the first. He was 2 for 2 before that. He'll have one more. Mustangs have scored 6 straight here to start the third period. Got the lead to 13. Once again, Snyder has really slowed their offensive attack down and gets this zone. They dump it down low. Tyson Lyle, ball taken away by Woods. Over to Eastwood. Long cross-court pass to Denton. Spin move, 14-foot jumper, no good. Looked like it was going to go in. Off the front iron. Kelly drives around Mountain. Goes over Denton and he's fouled as Denton never really got position there and tried to draw a charge and hit the deck. And Kelly will be at the line for the three-point play. As Kelly's really quick off the dribble. Once he heads to the hoop, he's hard to stop. Three-point play for the Cyclones. And it's back to a 16-point lead. With 4:14 to play, third period. Ball tapped away, but Willis is able to recover. Denton, right wing three on the way, no good. Kelly with the rebound. One of the few open looks he had here in the half.
Carey
not able to knock it down. We're going to have a carry on Ryan Kelly. And that'll be turned over to the Mustangs.
They're getting some chances if they make some shots now.
Yeah.
Their defense has been really good this half, and they've really slowed Snyder's offense down, so need to take it to the other end.
Yep. Yeah, you've got to knock down those open shots when you get them. Easier said than done.
Well, I know.
Bounce pass down low to Eastwood, left of the lane. Little 14-foot jumper, no good. Yeah, they're just not shooting a very high percentage. 17-footer, no good. Mountain taps it over to Woods. Mustangs with another opportunity. Spin move in the paint, shot is no good. And they're going to say a foul was on the shot, and Eastwood will go to the line to shoot two.
Yes, Lance Carter picks up his first foul.
Right now that's pretty well Mustangs' attack is try to get the ball to Eastwood and let him go to work on somebody, even though Snyder's double teaming him about every time he catches the ball. Free throw good by Eastwood.
Yeah, he can do an amazing job and get him some shots in there. His problem with that is, you know, you draw a charge or get a charge on it, but so far he's been doing good. It's pretty impressive how he can get a shot.
5 out of 6 from the line for Eastwood. 14-point ball game. It was 19 at the half. Now Snyder pretty content to run a little clock here. Baseline tray on the way by Howell, no good. Denton there for the rebound.
Snyder still, they're certainly not holding it.
No.
They're putting it up anytime they get an open look.
15-foot elbow jumper won't go. A little too hard. One and done for the Mustangs about every trip. Long three-pointer left side, short. Willett's there for the rebound.
Tell you what, I'm kind of surprised at some of the shots that Snyder's putting up and how quick they're doing it.
Yep. Denton with it, and he traveled. Had a lot of those today, and that's, you can attribute that to the close defense they're playing.
Well, and they're just in a kind of a hurry mode right now, and trying to move it a little bit quicker, and it's catching up with them some.
Yep.
He's not as comfortable, you know, working for his own shot and dribbling as he is just catching and shooting, which he's really good at.
Yep. Yeah, the Mustangs have had their opportunity here early in the third, but they've chipped it away at the lead a little bit.
Yeah, Snyder's only scored 3 points this quarter, the first 6 minutes of it.
They've had opportunities to really close the gap. It seems like they pass it around 2 or 3 times and somebody decides, we better shoot one. Here's Ethan Howell, right? So now they're being pretty patient this trip, and the clock is all the way down to 1:37 to play here in the third period. Went by pretty quick.
Yeah, that's the zone's been good, but it lets them run a lot of clock.
Yep. There's the ball taken away by Denton over to Eastwood in heavy traffic, and he's going to be fouled from behind. And that'll be the third team foul on the Cyclones, and the second on Ethan Howell. So the Mustangs will inbound along the baseline. Eastwood in the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good. Once again, it's short off the front iron. Kelly with a rebound. Racing it into the front court. Gets by Mountain all the way to the rim, no good. Willits with the rebound. Now he'll race it to the other end. All the way to the basket, and his shot is blocked from behind. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound by Kelly, I believe. No, let's see, going to call it on 22. It's Howell. That's his third.
I think he gave it to Howell.
And the Mustangs will inbound with 1:03 to play in the third. Having trouble. Finally gets it into Woods. Mustangs need a basket here to close out the third. And there's a foul on number 12, Kyson Lyle.
His third, and the 5th team foul.
Mustangs should get them in the bonus situation. They could perhaps chip away at the free throw line if possible. Eastwood along the baseline, double teamed. Underneath the Woods, now to Mountain. Around the perimeter, Denton, baseline three on the way, no good. Mountain there for the rebound. Tries to get it to Denton, and it goes off 3 or 4 hands and out of bounds. Will stay with Fort Cobb. Just hard to get a shot under the goal. They're good shot blockers.
Yeah, Mountain had a rebound right under it, but just seemed like 2 defenders leaning over him, so he tried to get it out.
Yeah, that was probably a wise move. Denton underneath the basket, and he's going to be bumped and fouled. And that'll be the 6th team foul on Snyder.
Lance Carter picks up his 2nd personal.
One more, and Fort Cobb will be in the bonus. Can't get it in. Eastwood finally lobs it in. It's deflected, taken away by the Cyclones. That was not a very good play there to get the ball inbounded. Layup good on the other end.
Well, nobody from Fort Cobb was moving to get open. They were just kind of hoping they'd throw it to him.
Yep. And that'll be the 7th team foul on Snyder as Ryan Kelly picks up his 3rd with 25 seconds to play in the 3rd period. And Tyson Eastwood will be back at the line, shooting 1-1. Jake Biddy set to check in, replacing Woods. Eastwood is 5 out of 6 from the free throw line today. First one's too hard. Denton there for the rebound underneath the basket. Over to Eastwood, makes a move, shot off the glass and good for Tyson Eastwood. That worked out well. 14-point lead for Snyder. 14 seconds to play in the third period. Now they'll hold for one. Tyson Lyle dribbles in the paint, and we're going to have a carry as Lyle went around the corner, and there's 2.6 seconds to play. And the Mustangs will have one final crack at it here, as they've outscored them 10-5 here in the period. Eastwood at the free throw line are going to have a double dribble. It was 0 on the clock. The buzzer didn't sound. They'll say that'll do it. After 3 quarters, the Snyder Cyclones 41, Fort Cobb Broxton 27. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on FCBMustangs.tv.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Kim, what's the shooting percentages after 3 quarters?
Well, Fort Cobb shooting 26%, 9 out of 35. Snyder's 47%, 16 out of 34. So, I mean, they both put up just about the same amount of shots, and Snyder has 7 more field goals.
They cooled off in that third period a little bit against
They did.
Zone.
I mean, it was a 10-5 quarter for Fort Cobb. So, you know, they had some opportunities to knock it in a little bit more, and they got the ball now to start the fourth.
Well, the one positive for Fort Cobb is there's 17 fouls on Snyder and only 1 on Fort Cobb. Of course, if they get down to the end where they have to start fouling on purpose, could be a problem. Ian Taylor's three-pointer won't go. Denton with a nice rebound.
Shoot it.
To Willits, baseline 3, no good. Taps it over to Taylor. Good save there by Willits. In the corner to Taylor. He tries to get it down low to Denton, and it can't handle it. And Ryan Kelly comes away with it into the front court. Mustangs had a pretty good opportunity there twice to score, unable to do so. Now they're going to extend their zone a little bit. Three-pointer on the way, no good, air ball. It's saved along the baseline, and they're going to call, no, he said he was on the baseline. Kind of a delayed call there.
Yeah.
Looked like he waited to see who was going to get the ball. But it's hard to save them like that.
You know, I'm surprised at how aggressive Snyder has still been shooting.
Willits all the way down, left-handed layup won't go. Tap up by Denton and good. Tyler Denton with a nice tip in. It's the closest they've been in a while. Down to 12, 41-29. You know, if you can get it under double digits, psychologically it's a big help. Ryan Kelly in heavy traffic, won't go. Got his own rebound, and he's going to be fouled on the floor, they say. As he was quick off his feet that time, as Denton picked up the foul. That's his third. And Snyder inbounding along the baseline. Lyle with it. Mustangs still in the zone. Really kind of changed the complexion of the game here in the second half. They go out to double team the ball. The Mustangs can afford to be aggressive because they only have 2 team fouls. So,
yeah, and the only person with any kind of foul trouble is Denton with 3.
And tough luck there as they lost the ball. Eastwood is about to pick it up and hit his foot and went out of bounds.
I think before long that Fort Cobb may have to get out to a man just to speed up the game and do something because Snyder can.
Yeah,
they haven't, but they really could just run some time off the clock.
1-3-1 trap, what they're trying to do.
Yeah, doing that a little more now. They're not, doesn't seem near as aggressive to shoot.
But when you got good guards And there's going to be a foul on Biddy along the sideline. And Simeon Collins is going to check back in for the Mustangs. Good outside shooter. And he's going to replace Willits, who's a little winded, I think. Takes a lot of effort to come from behind.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to play defense like this when they're kind of holding it, and you really need to get it.
Yep. 1-3-1 again. Long pass in the corner, and he traveled with it perhaps. And they're going to, coach called a timeout to save the turnover. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
41-29 our score. Timeout taken by Coach Fletcher Reed. There's 5:44 to play in the contest. Foul situation. Snyder with 7. Fort Cobb with 3 team fouls. I'm not sure what kind of foul shooting team Snyder is, but I would be shocked if they're not really good at it.
Yeah, they've shot everything else pretty well.
That's right.
At the first half, anyway.
Yep. So far in the fourth quarter, it's Fort Cobb's outscored them 2-0 here in the fourth. Not much action either end. Ball nearly taken away. Snyder content to pass the ball around, make the Mustangs work on defense. Biddy and Taylor trying to harass the ball handlers out front.
Yeah, they look like they're in more of a semi-delay now.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to have a foul on the Mustangs. Jake Biddy. That'll be the 4th team foul. Yeah, I'm sure, the idea here would be to try to get them in the free throw situation to see if you can hope that they miss some. Kelly dribbling along the corner to Lyle. Lob pass out front. Snyder doing a good job handling the ball. There's a little 6-foot runner, no good. Collins with the rebound. Probably not the shot they wanted after that long a delay, but.
No, that's a hard shot anytime, but you really want an easy one now.
3-pointer here would sure look good for the Mustangs. Taylor dribbles into paint. Shot good. Ian Taylor with his first basket, and it's a 10-point ball game, Kim, 41-31. They've trailed by as many as 20 today. They've cut that in half. Now Snyder, 4:25 to play. Still lots of time left. And it does look like they're in a pretty full delay at the moment. There's Kelly, dribbles in the paint. He's going to be bumped and fouled by Denton, and that's going to be the 4th on Denton. So that's cause for alarm if you're a Mustang fan, as he's one of their leading scorers for Fort Cobb and one of their better rebounders. Halfway through the 4th period. Snyder content to play catch with it out front.
Yeah, Fort Cobb still in that
There's
zone.
Kelly down low, layup is no good. And a foul on the rebound. Over the back was that Turtle Anderson, I believe. And we'll go to the other. Shooting 1-on-1, Kim. Chance to get it to 8 here.
Yeah, I mean, Snyder's making mistakes now to help Fort Cobb. And, when you put up a shot and force it and then foul on the rebound, it's like, thank you very much.
And they have a chance to score with the clock stopped. As Rocky Mountain will check in, replacing Biddy. And Kyler Denton, normally a good foul shooter, shooting 1-on-1. First free throw's good. That's 12 on the night for Kyler. It's a 9-point ball game. Closest they've been since early in the second quarter. Rattled out, no good. And Taylor taps it away over to Collins. Eastwood All the way to the rim. Layup good. Tyson Eastwood, and the ball game, it's a 7-point ball game, 41-34. The first time really today, Kim, the Mustang faithful has something to cheer about as they have chipped away 13 points off of that 20-point lead.
Right, they've just been at it and got a little help from Snyder. Snyder, finally started holding the ball and running some clock, but then they foul on a rebound, and Fort Cobb gets the ball and makes a free throw and then gets a turnover and makes a basket. And we've got a ball game, Don.
Absolutely. Very much so.
From halftime to now, Snyder scored 5 points.
Yeah.
It was 36-17 at halftime, and so it's a 17-5 Fort Cobb run in the second half.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, the psyche of the team, whether the zone defense caused that much of a slowdown, or if they just thought they were going to hold the ball and try to milk the clock and let that 20-point lead be enough. But when you do that, it's kind of hard to turn it back on sometimes when you need to.
It is. I've seen that happen so many times. But they didn't really hold it until the last couple of minutes there. They were trying to score off of it and real aggressive the first part of the half. They just missed a lot of shots.
Yep. All right. The Mustangs have some momentum. They've outscored them 7-0 here in the fourth period, and now they're going to come out with a full court press or a three-quarter court, 2-2-1 press.
And the only foul danger, Biddy's got 3 and Denton has 4. So
pressure in the backcourt. They're having trouble. Slowly moving it into trying to still in the backcourt. Finally get it into front court. They had to be on an 8 at least there probably. Mustangs in full pressure defense now. Bridgewater down in the corner, lobs it back out front. Sometimes these Cyclones like to leave their feet sometimes on their passes. That can get you in trouble sometimes. Bridgewater might have traveled. Cross-court pass to Kelly. He's double-teamed out front.
3 minutes. You're going to probably have to get a man in a little bit. Some of those long arcing passes are.
Yeah, they get the ball down low, and he's going to be fouled. That's Ethan Howell, who got good position, and the Mustangs knocked it away. Willits did, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 2:48 to play in the contest. And some big free throws coming here for Ethan Howell. And he swishes the first one cleanly through, the senior, as Collins will replace Willits for the Mustangs. And checking in for Bridgewater will be Lance Carter, who's a good outside shooter. One more free throw coming for Howell, and he made it. 9-point ball game, 43-34. Eastwood into the front court. Lyle picks him up. Gets by him, goes around the defender, shot off the glass and good for Tyson Eastwood. Back to 7, 43-36, 2:30 to play. Heavy pressure in the backcourt. Kelly gets it. Now Coach Hines is imploring them to have to start fouling. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul on Simeon Collins as he fouls Lance Carter. And Carter will be at the line for the 1-and-1, as that's the 7th team foul now on Fort Cobb. And Carter, also a senior. Free throw rattles out, no good. And the ball's loose in the corner, and it'll go off to Snyder. Turnover to Fort Cobb. Opportunity to really get it close right here with a basket. Up ahead to Rocky Mountain. Into the front court with 2:14 to play. Mustangs trailing by 7. They get it to Eastwood along the sideline. He's played really well here tonight. Behind the back dribble. Through 2 defenders. Shot no good, but he's fouled. He's just hard to guard, Kim. He can dribble the ball so well.
Yep.
If he doesn't score, he's often going to get fouled. That's the 3rd foul on Carter.
And the defenders aren't usually just going to stand there. They had to reach out, and he kind of gets under their arms and draws the foul.
That's 20 points on the night for Eastwood. And Willits, Biddy check in for Denton and Collins. 6-point ball game. A chance to make it 5 here with 2:03 to play. Anybody's ball game. He made them both. 43-38. Mustangs in a press. Long pass up ahead behind the defense. Biddy fouled him. Good play by Jake to save an easy layup as he fouled Turtle Anderson heading to the hoop. And we'll see if Anderson can make his free throws. That's the 4th personal on Biddy. And the 8th team foul on Fort Cobb. Free throw good. That's 3 for Anderson. Denton and Collins check back in. And Anderson will have one more. Cut the guy some slack. He's trying to run up there.
Yeah.
Free throw too hard. Battle for the rebound. Oh, there's a foul on Turtle Anderson as he knocked Eastwood to the floor. Trying to go for the loose ball. Can't hardly fault him for that, but nevertheless, Eastwood will go to the line to shoot 2. That's the 4th foul on Anderson. And the 10th team foul on Snyder. Big free throws here by Eastwood. Chance to cut it to 4. That's good. Eastwood's 8 out of 9 free throw line today. And the senior's second shot's good. 4-point ball game. 1:52 to play. All kinds of time. And there's a foul. And it looked like Willits had taken it away as he had him triple teamed. And the foul is.
Yeah, I didn't see the Eastwood foul. They called it on him.
I didn't either. They had him triple teamed. It looked like he was going to take it away from him, but they fouled him.
I liked their chances.
And at the line for Snyder will be Turtle Anderson, who made 1 out of 2 a moment ago. Yeah. Shooting 1 and 1. No good. Taylor with the rebound. Need to get it to a ball handler. And he turned it over. Kelly all the way to the rim. Layup good. Boy, that's a killer right there.
Big basket.
Yep. Eastwood picks up his dribble. Double teamed. Up ahead to Denton. In the corner, Rocky Mountain. 3-pointer right side. Too hard. Rebound Snyder. Gonna have to foul him, boys. And there's a foul. Ian Taylor. Boy, that's a tough break there by the Mustangs. They 4 points, and they had what they wanted, missed the free throw, and then turned it over. And now probably their best free throw shooter, I'm guessing, Ryan Kelly at the line.
Yeah, they had their chances there. They had the ball down 4. And
yeah. That's the biggest play of the game so far. Kelly with 2 free throws coming, and it's good. Back to a 7-point lead, 47-40. Kelly's second free throw is good. Knocked them both down with ease. Near turnover in the backcourt. Eastwood into the front court. Mustangs trailing by 8. Goes through the defenders all the way to the layup. Layup no good. Snyder with a rebound. And we're going to have a foul on Collins. Letting too much time run off, Kim. You really can't wait till you foul now. You just got to pretty well do it immediately.
Yeah.
But Kelly back at the line.
It's funny how the ball gets in the hands of the good free throw shooters, isn't it?
Yeah. He looked pretty steady there a moment ago, and he cans this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 in a row for him. And it's back to a 9-point lead. Make it 10.
Yeah, that's 20 points for him.
50-40. Mountain into the front court.
Oh, shoot it.
Eastwood, and that's probably going to pretty well do it right there, as Coach Hines is going to say, get back and going to foul some of it. Don't foul 11, but anyway, 54 seconds to play. And looks like Mustangs are not really going to try to prolong it any longer. And but there's a foul on Taylor. I think you probably want him to foul anybody but 11, I suppose. 42 seconds to play. A valiant comeback by the Mustangs, Kim, but it looks like it's going to fall a little short.
Yeah, when you had it at 44-40 and had the ball,
yep.
It looked a lot more optimistic then. But a turnover and a missed shot, then they've made free throws down the stretch. He missed that one, though.
Yeah,
Ethan Howell missed the first of two.
Yeah, I could kind of see it coming. You got the ball handlers all disappeared, it seemed like, after they got their rebound. Missed them both. Yep. I guess there's still light at the end of the tunnel here, perhaps. Eastwood behind the back
three-pointers now, though.
Layup is good. 8-point ball game, and Coach Hines takes a timeout. Yeah, you're going to have some threes. You can't catch up shooting layups, I don't think. We'll keep it right here. 50-42 as Biddy checks back in for the Mustangs along with Willits.
From 36-17 at halftime, got a pretty good ball game out of it for the second half.
Snyder scored 14 points.
25-14 so far in the second half.
Yeah, that's the zone. Combination of the zone and the big lead, I think, probably Snyder really they took the foot off the gas, it appeared.
Yeah, Snyder gave them some opportunities. I mean, they didn't shoot nearly as well as they did the first half, and made a few turnovers. And Fort Cobb's just had a tough shooting night. I mean, they're still shooting 31%. They brought it up a little bit, but that's not up to their standards.
Yeah. Well, it's just hard to overcome a 20-point lead against a good team.
It is, yes.
No matter how much time left.
It just wears you out.
Yeah, wears you out trying to catch up. Snyder inbounding in the backcourt. Don't foul him, Coach Hines said. And Kelly dribbles into the front court. And he's going to be bumped and fouled by Biddy. And that'll be
they got Rocky Mountain on that one.
Okay. And Kelly will be back at the line shooting two. With 25.4 seconds to play.
It was 44-40 at one time, and you think that two shots for the technical that they got in the first half were two of those. You didn't think it would be a factor then. You came back to make it a pretty good ball game.
Well, plus, when you think of that, they took away a possession that you could have scored too. I mean, basically a 4-point turnaround could have been. Both free throws good, and it's a 10-point ball game with 24 seconds. Willits racing it into the front court, pulled up at the 3-point line. In the corner to Mountain.
Somebody shoot it.
Close out on him. Now Biddy with 14 seconds. Biddy hustling for it, and we're going to have a travel with 10 seconds. Good hustle by Biddy. And Snyder starts the celebration as it appears they have punched their ticket to the state tournament next week in the Big House. And they deserve it, Kim. They got a good ball club.
Yep.
Your final score from Cache, Oklahoma. Snyder Cyclones 52. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs 42. The good news, Kim, if there is any, the Mustangs will get to play tomorrow night against Canute with an opportunity to go to state.
Their season's not over, so they'll keep playing to the end.
And now they will have the trophy presentation for the Snyder Cyclones. And Athletic Director Lonnie Nunley.
Congratulations to Snyder.
Congratulations to the Snyder Cyclone. They got an excellent ball club. They really do. I tell you what, they could make a lot of noise next week in the state tournament, it looks to me like, as they get nice hand from the home fans and also the Mustangs. So congratulations once again to Snyder. Let's have our post-game report. Kim, you got your stats all lined up there?
Yep, we can do that.
All
for
right.
Fort Cobb, Jackson Willis is 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 on twos, 0 for 2 on threes. Simeon Collins was 0 for 1 field goals. That was a 2-point attempt. Tyson Eastwood had 25 for the game, 8 out of 19 shooting. He was 8 out of 18 on twos and 0 for 1 on threes, 9 out of 11 free throws. Kyler Denton had 12 points. He was 4 out of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 on 2-pointers, 2 of 5 on 3-pointers, 2 of 3 on free throws. Rocky Mountain had 3 points on 1 out of 10 shooting, 0 for 2 2-pointers, 1 for 8 3-pointers. And Ian Taylor had 2 points on 1 out of 2 attempts, 1 out of 1 on 2-pointers, and 0 for 1 on 3-pointers. Fort Cobb ended the game shooting 31%, 14 out of 45. 2-pointers, they were 11 out of 27, that's 41%. 3-pointers, 3 out of 18 for 17%. Free throws, they were 11 out of 14, and they had 16 total fouls. For Snyder, Lance Carter had 13 points on 5 out of 8 shooting. Ryan Kelly with 22, he was 6 out of 14, 5 out of 10 on 2s, and 1 out of 4 on 3s, 9 out of 9 free throws. Fort Cobb did a good job defending him, I thought.
Yep.
Woods had him the first half and played good defense on him. He worked hard to get those 22 points.
Did.
Like I said, he has 9 free throws. It's part of it. Kyson Lyle had 3 points on 1 out of 1 3-point attempts. Ethan Howe with 11. He was 4 out of 10, 3 out of 5 on 2s, and 1 out of 5 on 3s, and 2 out of 4 on free throws. Turtle Anderson had 3 points on 1 out of 6 shooting, 1 out of 3 on 2s, 0 for 3 on 3s, and 1 out of 3 free throws. Snyder shot 44% for the game, 17 out of 39. 2-pointers, they were 11 out of 20 for 55%. 3-pointers, 6 out of 19 for 32%. And 12 out of 17 free throws for 71. And they also had 16 total fouls. So Fort Cobb brings it up a little bit, shoots 31% for the game. Snyder's shooting 44%. That really kind of was the difference. Of course, the difference was made in the first half with Snyder's smothering defense and holding Fort Cobb to 17 points while they put up 36 and had a big halftime lead. Fort Cobb defense did well the second half, and they made a run, and like we said, got it back to 44-40 with about 3 minutes left, but they had a turnover and a missed shot, and then Snyder kind of pulled away a little bit with some free throws. But they get the victory 52-42. They'll play in the state tournament next week. Congratulations to Snyder. We'll be back with you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock to see Fort Cobb Broxton take on Canute again. Seemed like we just did that.
Yeah. The good news is we get another shot, Kim. The bad news is we got to beat Canute for the 3rd time to go to state.
I know.
And I'll tell you what, the Canute Trojans got a good ball club.
They do. They've been, a good opponent the first 2 games, and I don't anticipate anything different. But hopefully Fort Cobb will shoot the ball a little better tomorrow night. And it's as long as they put this behind them.
Yeah,
that's what we talked about earlier. This is a big game, and you want to win it and get there. But you got it now. You got to regroup and come back tomorrow night and be ready to go. And I'm sure Coach Hines will have them ready.
Yeah. All right. Great report, Kim, as always. Appreciate all your good insight and all your stats. I'd like to thank Enrique Albuena for engineering us here tonight in Cash. And we'll be back tomorrow night with a chance to, with a victory, go to state. So look forward to everyone being back tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For Kim and Enrique, I'm Don Tyson saying good night, everybody.